A grueling matchup in the final round showdown as Boss Gator took on the Invader Machine. Boss Gator would come away with a victory and is your defending champion here tonight. Welcome in, Monster Maniacs, and welcome back to the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube channel. Be sure to stick around for the entire video and watch how the final round unfolds here tonight as Boss Gator gets ready to defend the championship flag against 7 of the best Diecast monster trucks in the world right here in the MTA arena. Our first round matchups, we're going to see Vendetta take on Raminator, Gas Monkey's back to take on Invader, then we're looking at Goldberg take on the Classroom Crusher, and then it's going to be the return of Boss Gator taking on Avenger, and that's how round 1 is going to unfold. And right now, coming to the line, 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭 out of the Crush This Race team, now back out of Champaign, Illinois in the Dodge Hemi Horsepower Raminator. He's going to be taking on the new kid on the block, Jack Trimboli. He's been stirring up a lot of feathers out here on the MTA circuit. Vendetta ready to go on the outside lane. We'll see what he's got for the old pro over here in the inside lane with Raminator. The green light goes down and Vendetta's got a lead on him. Raminator coming back on the inside. He got out of shape in no man's land. And Jack Trimboli and Vendetta will come away with a victory here tonight in race 1 of round 1 here on Smashdown. We go back and check out our Crush This replay. Vendetta pretty much had him down the straightaway. Raminator starting to make up the ground. He got a little crossed up coming through no man's land, and it was not by much, but Vendetta does get the victory here tonight over the Raminator. Next up here in round 1 competition, we're going to see the return of Brandon Jaeger, the longtime MTA veteran, in his new ride. Again, he made it to the final round showdown last week, turned it over, taking on the Boss Gator. He will now get ready to take on Jason Sensation out of Dallas, Texas. There you see the Gas Monkey, Mopar, no car on the outside lane. He's going to be taking on the Ford over here. Brandon Jaeger and Invader, both these drivers ready to get dialed in here tonight. Who moves on to semifinals? Dodge taking on the Ford. They're even down the straightaway through no man's land. What a matchup here in round 1. Jason Sensation and Brandon Jaeger absolutely throwing it down here tonight inside of round 1. We're going to go back and take another look at our Crush This Glue to the Action replay. Invader coming through no man's land, launches over the final set of cars there, and Gas Monkey's right there, but Invader will come away with a victory here tonight over Gas Monkey inside of our round 1 matchups, and give one to the inside lane as we saw earlier tonight. Vendetta won from the outside. And right now we move along inside of round 1. 𝐿𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 really taking MTA by storm. 4 victories in his short rookie career out here on the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube channel. He will now take on Adam Lamprecht. The kid's been around for quite some time. The Goldberg Machine, based out of Atlanta, Georgia, now ready to go on the outside lane, still looking for his first victory. He's got a tall order here. The green light goes down. Goldberg and Classroom Crusher through no man's land. 𝐿𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 in trouble. He'll turn it over. And how about Adam Lamprecht getting a little crossed up as he goes across the finish line down inside of the shutdown area. Let's go back down now and check out our Crush This replay. 𝐿𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞, Classroom Crusher, a little out of shape in no man's land. Hit that second jump right there. Lawn darts it right into the van stack in the center of the track, and Goldberg will come away with a victory here tonight inside of round 1 over the Classroom Crusher. Right now you see our MTA track crew and officials down there, obviously not sponsored by the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp, and Classroom Crusher did indeed not land it for the people here tonight. And there you see the damage done to the Classroom Crusher out here on Smashdown. Tore up a fresh new ride, and he's on the trailer for the rest of the evening. We'll have an update later on tonight down in the pit area from the Classroom Crusher race team. There you see the fiberglass scattered all along the track. Goldberg will be moving on into our semifinal action. But now we get set and ready to close out round 1. Jimmy Bones Ferguson returning here tonight in that 57 Chevy Avenger all the way out of Michigan. He's now taking on the reigning and defending Smashdown champion. Austin Spence back here tonight in the Boss Gator, hailing out of the Crush This race team on the outside lane. He's now taking on Team Scream. Green light goes down. The Gator got a whole shot. Avenger's not going away though. What a matchup. Flag on the line here in our final matchup of round one. And the Boss Gator had a tall order right there, taking on Jimmy Bones Ferguson in the Avenger on the inside lane. Let's go back down and check out our Crush This replay. Gator had a lead on him, but Avenger makes up the ground here through no man's land. Shootout to the finish line, and there you see it. Boss Gator comes away with a victory by inches here tonight, and he'll keep the flag on the back of that truck, and he'll progress further on into the overall points chase by the end of the season. Unfortunate luck for Jimmy Ferguson and Avenger. Hopefully he can get things turned around by next week. But right now we're jumping down into the pit area here on the MTA Arena, and right now you see the Classroom Crusher down there, Cruiser down there thrashing, trying to fix a couple sway bar links, knocked the knuckle off the left front tire, the 4-link bar wrinkled up, and obviously a lot of body damage done to the Classroom Crusher. They're on the trailer for the night. They'll be back by next week for the final week of January in the Smashdown season. But right now, we're moving along in semifinal action. Jack Tremboli returning here tonight in Vendetta. He will take on Brandon Jager and Invader. Other side of your bracket, Adam Lamprick and Goldberg, who we saw go one-on-one with Classroom Crusher earlier. He gets a shot at the champion, Austin Spence, and the Boss Gator. He's trying to hang on to that championship flag here tonight. We're going to see if he can do it moving into the final round showdown. But right now, Jack Tremboli returns here tonight. The new kid on the block in Vendetta on a rail here tonight. He's now taking on longtime MTA veteran Brandon Jager. Debuted the all-new Invader at the top of the January season. It's been working well for him. He's made a lot of progress with it. He made it to the finals last week. Can he do it again here tonight and take out Vendetta? Green light goes down off the line, side by side, down the straightaway, up now over the first jump, and what a matchup here in semis. Vendetta and Invader, too close to call up here in the booth. We're going to have to go back down and check out our Crush This replay between Invader and Vendetta. We go back down now, and down that straightaway, they're pretty much even over the first jump, slightly to Vendetta on the inside. But here comes Invader now, and he will pick up a win by mere inches over Vendetta. What a matchup that was here to get us started in our semifinal competition. A great job by our track crew laying down an awesome bad fast track here tonight on Smashdown. But we move right along to our second matchup. Adam Lamprick returning here tonight in Goldberg. Again, he knocked out the Classroom Crusher earlier tonight in round one. He now finds himself against the reigning and defending Smashdown champion Austin Spence, returning here tonight out of the Crush This race team. Boss Gator ready to go on the inside lane. You know he's looking to hang on to that championship flag to go to the finals. Green light goes down. Goldberg and Boss Gator side by side, up now over the jump, shoot out to the finish line. The Gator, and what in the world? And the Boss Gator is laying up here on the barrel here inside of the shutdown area. Not sure how that happened and how that little barrel is holding up a 10,000-pound monster truck attitude machine. And right there you see Goldberg tag the wall on the outside lane. Let's go back and recap here on the Crush This replay. Boss Gator coming at him in here in the no man's land area, but Goldberg will pull it out by inches over the champion here tonight. And then Boss Gator, well, that's a story to be told here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's unreal, but nonetheless, we're going to be crowning an all-new Smashdown champion here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Get geared up and get ready. The finals are coming up next, and we'll be right back as Goldberg gets ready to take on Invader inside of our final round showdown.
It's bigger. This is the 10th anniversary of Crush This, a Monster Truck podcast brought to you by J Concepts. The Monster Truck Conductor Brad Shaw and Dan Cheech. Strap in and hold on tight. This is Crush This.
And be sure to check out the Crush This podcast over on YouTube and Facebook Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, as Brad Shaw and Dan Cheech break down all your monster truck stories. Right now we're back here tonight on Smashdown, the final round showdown. Adam Lamprick back here inside of the Goldberg machine. He will now get ready to take on this man, Brandon Jager, back for the first time in a long time. Invader back in the final round for the second week in a row. Is tonight going to be his night, or is Adam Lamprick going to get his very first championship win in the Goldberg machine over here on the outside lane. It's anybody's ball game here tonight. Invader taking on Goldberg. The final round showdown here on Smashdown. It's showtime. Down the straightaway they go. Goldberg's got a sight lead. Invader's coming back on him. And Brandon Jagger back on top of victory lane here tonight. He'll put Goldberg on the trailer inside of the final round showdown, but give all the credit to Adam Lamprecht in the Goldberg machine. He was hanging right there with him as we go back and check out the Crush This replay. Even now up over the first jump, they settle it here in no man's land. Goldberg just hit the edge of the ramp wrong, giving the win to Brandon Jagger and Invader here tonight. So the new truck with an old driver back in victory lane. So ladies and gentlemen, at this time, give it up for your new Smashdown champion, Brandon Jagger and Invader. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at the overall point standings as the January season starts to dwindle down. Up at number 1 right now is tonight's winner, Brandon Jagger, with 265 points. Right behind him, Austin Spence, Boss Gator at 260. Then we're taking a look at Classroom Crusher and the Gas Monkey Machine at 250 and 240. And then the lower half of the bracket, Goldberg, Raminator, Vendetta, and Avenger. They've got to start making a threat out here on the Smashdown circuit and cranking it up if they want a shot at the overall points championship by the end of the season. But nonetheless, that'll wrap up Smashdown here tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting the MCA YouTube channel. As always, if you have not already, be sure to crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road.